Okay, good morning. Sorry, sir. How are you?
Hey, Bob, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. We got the fires out here, so we're dealing, and I had to evacuate.
I know. Aw. You and your wife, Kelly, are just so lovely, and I had her on this past summer when she was, making a quickie vacation with Hotwire. I love you, too. I'm happy to be able to speak with you this morning.
Isn't she like the best?
She's lovely.
Today's our anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
There's no better way to celebrate than your house maybe burning down and doing satellite interviews all morning.
Oh, no, that's horrible. Bob, I'm going to cheer you up. I'm going to make you feel real good because I was thinking about doing a little intro like, wake up, San Francisco. Remember that from Full House?
Oh, I can't. Yeah, forever. I still do it.
I love it. I love this show. It's went on for years. We'll talk about that a little later. But let's get into your new show, CMT Nashville Squares. It follows the footsteps of the hit series VH1's Hip Hop Squares, hosted by my friend D. Ray Davis. I told D. Ray, that does Hip Hop Squares last night because he's been doing a lot of comedy, been doing a lot of touring around the country here. And I told him I was going to be speaking with you this morning. I said, do you have a comment or anything that you want to tell Bob? And he said, he's one of the best. One day we should switch hosting jobs.
We talked about that, actually, because we have the same producers, and it's under Viacom, and he's on VH1, and I'm on CMT. They talked about joining it, like Petticoat Junction visiting the Beverly Hillbillies, if anybody would remember that. But, I love hip-hop, so they asked me to do Nashville Squares. D-Ray's great, by the way, so thank you for relaying that. But,
You're welcome,
but doing Nashville Squares is like, people went, why you, Bob? And it's like, well, for one, I've been doing country music in my show and all kinds of music for many years. I was nominated for a Grammy for one of my specials that had 2 country songs in it. I even sing one of my songs on Nashville Squares. It's called Corn's My Meat. It's about a vegan, and it's a country song. But the show, which airs Friday at 8 o'clock and 7 Central, and I think 6 o'clock Mountain, and I think 2 o'clock at my house. It's really got good people on. I mean, Tanya Tucker, is the center square. Marie Osmond was, and we had Gary Busey that yells out things like, huh, and then you look up at him and talk to him. But it's also got a lot of comedians. It's kind of like fun, like the old show used to be, but not as formatted. It's pure ad lib. I do the questions and answers and figure that stuff out, but it's got, people like Bill Engvall and Melissa Peterman and Lonnie Love and just people that Fortune Feimster's hilarious on it, but a lot of country stars and then people like Ty Pennington if you want to go to Home Depot. But
that's right. That's right, Bob. And Caroline Rhea, I love her. Oh my God, funny. I love her.
She's
Mark Ballas. The list goes on. Yeah, just a whole star lineup right now.
And we got the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, All Stars, which have their own show, but we protect them. There's, no one's allowed to talk to them. The crew, we put them on a bus and get them out of there. It's a new world. And I'm just really happy about it. They're running 2 episodes on Friday night, back to back.
Fantastic.
To get it started. And then I hope it goes and people really like it. You never know. But CMT is really behind it, and that's really cool.
I know. They are awesome. Well, it looks like, just from the clips and the previews, I've been able to see you're really having a good time hosting this one. But, what have you really enjoyed the most about hosting this show with CMT versus, other shows that you've been able to host in your career, Bob?
Well, I never thought of myself as a host, but it kind of happened naturally. I was an actor.
Yeah.
I was a director first. I won the student Oscar for a movie I made. Keep directing. I'd been directing all these years. And then I've got another thing I can't talk about yet because the ink's not dry, but it's a feature directing gig
top secret.
that would make people laugh because I want to make people laugh. And that's why I'm on tour doing stand-up because I love live performing as well. And it's new material I'm working on. But when it comes to, I did this 1 versus 100 that was a very strong show. It was an hour show. And then they took game shows off the air around that time. They took off Deal or No Deal and The Millionaire. And now, as you know, we're saturated with them now because it's easy to produce. It costs money, but they do a lot of them. And, this fits right in the groove of what, this Match Game Back, To Tell the Truth. I had to be on both of them because I'm friends with everybody from the shows. Anthony Anderson says, hey, want to be on? I said, I can't say no, you're Anthony Anderson. Yeah. So, and Alec Baldwin, you want to, I can't say no, you're Alec Baldwin. But this is different. This is half the people are drinking booze on the air. On the air
yeah,
drinking.
That's right.
And then half the people went to rehab, so they figured it out. Don't do it. And but it's just fun. It really is. And it's silly stuff. And it's all meant to be. It's not about the game. It's about just people just having a format to go nutty.
Well, Bob, I'm definitely looking forward to checking out Nashville Squares on CMT this Friday. We're getting the wrap up, but I want to ask you one last question. We best know you from Full House, which premiered back in the late 1980s. I think it's a show that continues to live on forever. Fuller House, it is planning to come to an end after 5 seasons on Netflix, and Candace Cameron Bure has expressed how she feels to the media and how there are so many more stories that could be told, and she even teased that the show could return for more, but even elsewhere beyond Netflix. I want to get your thought on that, Bob.
And you don't know. You don't know because my friend Norman Lear, 97 years old, One Day at a Time got canceled by Netflix, got picked up somewhere else. He had to sign a 3-year contract, and he's 97. So, anything can happen. Fuller House is loved by people. The first 9 episodes of the last season will air soon, coming up at the end of the year, and then the last 9, which I'm shooting the very last episode in a couple weeks, that will air next year. And I'm proud that the girls did so great. And they're women. I mean, Candace and Jody and Andrea and everybody on the show, all the actors, all the kids, they really, they did something special. They tried to take the original show and have an annuity to it. And Full House is never going to go away. Right now it's on Hulu till the end of time. So.
It's a great show. I think they've done so swell, and I could see it go, continuing on for many more. But thank you so much, Bob, for joining me. CMT Nashville Squares, it premieres on CMT Friday, November the 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bob, I'm sending you and your wife love, and you will be in my prayers, and I will be thinking about you guys.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Back at you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. You take care. Have a good one.
Thank you.